a part 3 of the cells video presentation. Remember what we're talking about. This was active transport, and active transport requires ATP. Diffusion and facilitated diffusion do not. That is known as passive transport. The two types of active transport by vesicles. Inside the cell, you have endocytosis. Endo means into, so you're bringing materials into the cell, and exocytosis. This would be materials out of the cell, moving things out of. All right, in endocytosis, you have you're going to be bringing things into the cell, and you have if you take liquids in, that's known as penocytosis. If you take in solids, it's known as phagocytosis. So here's an image of that happening right here. This would be, looks like maybe it could either be liquid or solid, but this would be endocytosis. This is exocytosis, where, well, I guess that's another thing. This is going to be penocytosis. So this would be liquids coming into the cell, and this is phagocytosis, which is a solid coming into the cell. This is what exocytosis looks like. All right, mitosis. Mitosis, cells go through cell division, and a type of cell, mitosis is just a type of cell reproduction in which you have two identical cells that are going to be made from one cell. So the two cells that come out of mitosis look exactly the same, DNA and everything, as that first cell. All body cells in humans are formed by mitosis. Basically, mitosis is the driving force between human development. So all the way from conception all the way up to the time that you die, your body will go through mitosis, and your body cells go through mitosis. So your body cells are also known as somatic cells. So remember that. Many times we will refer to them as somatic cells. Examples of somatic cells are going to be skin, your blood. Remember, you have blood cells and bone cells. Cell cycle starts with interphase. So this is going to be before mitosis begins, and it is divided into three parts. In interphase, you have G1, S, and G2. In G1, the cell is just going to be growing, and protein production is going to be high. In the S phase of interphase, you're going to have the cell is going to copy its chromosome and replicate DNA. And then in G2 phase of mitosis, you have centrioles. Centrioles will replicate, and the cell will prepare for cell division. Interphase is the longest phase of the cell cycle. So you have interphase here with G2S, or G1, S, and G2. And then you have mitosis. Mitosis happens in a very short time. So it takes, if you had, what would this be, 16 hours total? Only 1 hour of that is going to be for mitosis. There are four phases of mitosis. If you remember I remember the mnemonic PMAT. PMAT helps me to remember the phases of mitosis. All right, and then you have prophase, metaphase. Notice the chromosomes are lined down the middle. Anaphase, where the sister chromatids are being torn apart. And then telophase, and this is right before cytokinesis, which is cell division. All right. All right, let's talk about protein synthesis. Generally speaking, protein synthesis involves two main steps, and they're transcription and translation. To transcribe something means to write something down. To translate something means to take it from one language and translate it into another language. During transcription, this is the process of copying a strand of DNA into a corresponding strand of mRNA, and also it's known as messenger RNA. The whole reason that this has to happen is because you can't get DNA out of the nucleus. It's too big, so you have